What's going on, everybody? It's the Bayou City Report, man, coming back at you with the fatal shooting that happened on the 5712 block of South Gessner Road, man. We have a man who was shot at 5:55 a.m. on March the 20th. HPD patrol officers responded to a shooting in the parking lot of a nightclub once again, ladies and gents. 2 adult males have been shot. 1 male was deceased. The second man was transported to a hospital in critical condition. I've talked about several times on my channel the importance of staying away from some of these after-hour joints, man. It's not necessarily the people at the club or the bar. I'm talking about after hours. I'm not talking about till 2 a.m. It's the other individuals who may be associated with with others, okay? Just know where the heck you are, man. Everybody knows what neighborhood you're familiar with, so move accordingly. Now, we have another shooting that took place on the 10,200 block of Telephone Road. Cesar Hernandez, who's 36, is charged with murder. He is accused of the death of Jose Zapata, who's 42 years old. I put an image of of the suspect for y'all to see, man. HPD responded to another shooting at the mentioned address from multiple gunshot wounds when they found that man. Officers learned he was crossing the street with a family member when the suspect ran up behind them and fired multiple shots, striking the victim. Thankfully, the family member wasn't injured, man, but the suspect fled the scene on foot. When the officers showed up, the man who was shot was pronounced dead at the scene. Ladies and gentlemen, this is something that doesn't necessarily happen too often in the city, where you're walking across the street with a relative and you just get run up on like that in the city. Now, in this particular area and location, Houston is interesting in that these shootings that I keep talking about and all these violent offenses that I keep talking about, these aren't necessarily happening in just the hood, man. Like, I need y'all to really understand that these are happening in typical neighborhoods. I mean, you go through Houston, it's blended neighborhoods. Each area within the city has just pockets of wealth and pockets of poverty, and then just middle income folks spread throughout the city. There's not really, for the most part, there's generally not a particular area that is just off limits to violence. It's all over the city, north, south, east, west, good neighborhoods, decent neighborhoods that you stroll by or stroll through the next day, and you never know that a shooting happened the day before, right? When you go down to Alabama near 610 and the Galleria, there's a lot that goes on in that general vicinity, man. There's robberies and there's shootings that happen. A lot of this stuff doesn't get reported, but it's a nice area. That's the Galleria Mall, you know what I mean? Where very high-end stores. That's near, Highland Village, right? And that's up the street on Westheimer. Then you got the River Oaks district right there. River Oaks is just right up the street from the Galleria. Then you got the Greenway Plaza. So I guess what I'm saying is, it's not a matter of good or bad neighborhood. That's kind of subjective. I'm just saying that violence occurs everywhere. It doesn't matter really where you are. On another note, man, we have another shooting that happened on the 7100 block of Crown Quest Street. I believe I talked about that previously in the past, man, but looks like there's just minor updates. Looks like the person was charged and, everything's moving forward. This is Bayou City Report. I kind of just wanted to give you, more information on these areas that I keep talking about. It's easy for me to just tell you a shooting happened without giving you some further details. It's the Bayou City Report, man. Y'all stay safe. I'm out.